If you're playing ARK but don't yet have your own dedicated server for it, you are missing out, my friend, and here is why. With your own dedicated ARK server, you can set the difficulty, invite as many friends as you want, build your own private community, and go absolutely wild with mods. And all of that without worrying about surprise resets or lost progress, which we all hate so much. And I know what you might be thinking, that must be very complicated and not worth it at all, but just trust me on this, guys. It's literally a matter of minutes and is way easier than it seems. Plus, I'll even show you a special discount code so that this ARK server doesn't really break your bank account. So, in this video, I'll show you how to quickly set up an ARK server, configure it, and manage it using Hostinger's game panel. So, stick around. Alright, so to run your own ARK server successfully, you'll need a VPS, or Virtual Private Server Hosting Plan. Now, you're probably thinking, why do I need to buy some sort of hosting plan? Can't I just run it on my own? Well, I mean, technically you could run an ARK server on your own computer, but I would strongly suggest to not risk it. Why, you may ask? Well, because A, ARK is a heavy game, okay? So VPS helps you out by giving you dedicated resources like CPU and RAM so your server runs smoothly and doesn't lag. Now, B, security. VPS hosting usually includes security features like DDoS protection to protect your server from attacks. And lastly, C. C, guys, is for control because it offers you full power over things like server settings, mods, and game files. And you get full root access. Now that you know why the hosting plan is needed, let's go pick one. And to do that, click on the very first link right in the description below. I will do that as well and walk you through it. Okay, so this link will take you to Hostinger's ARK VPS hosting plans. And as you may already see, both plans include mod support, full root access, DDoS protection, and automatic offsite backups. Therefore, you must only pick the right server's capacity or resources, which will depend on the number of players. So, let's say, for example, if you're planning to invite, let's say up to 5 people, I would strongly suggest you pick Game Panel 4 plan. But if you have any questions about which plan would work best for you, you can always ask the AI consultant. Okay, once you pick out your plan, you'll have to choose the plan's duration, then register or log into your account, and fill in the details right over here. And just before checking out, as I promised you guys, make sure to use our code GP10 for an extra 10% off, and then simply just finish the purchase. Alright, right after making the purchase, you'll start the onboarding process, so just follow the instructions right over here. First, you'll need to pick a server location. Now, picking the nearest one will ensure connection stability and lower latency. Then you must create a secure password for your game panel profile. And continue with the process, then hit the button Finish Setup. And now just grab a coffee and wait a bit for your VPS setup to complete. Now after it's all set up, go to your Hostinger's VPS dashboard and select VPS on the left over here. Then choose your VPS plan and click on Manage Panel to access your game panel. Now here you must first type in your username and password. And remember, you can see your username in the dashboard, so just copy and paste it. It'll be much easier this way. And here is the game panel. I'll soon give you a full-on overview of all the buttons and functions that this game panel has to offer, but first, let's just quickly click on Create Instance and choose ARK Survival Ascended. It's gonna be right here in the drop-down menu. Alright, then let's add a server name like ARK Server. You can also choose what to do with it once it's installed, so let's leave Update and Start Always. And now let's just click Create Instance. Now be aware that the installation might take anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes. And now my server has finished installing, and now I can tell you a bit more about the many possibilities that lie within Hostinger's game panel, just like I said before. But first, let's click on Manage. Here you can see your server status, such as CPU, memory usage, and the number of active users, so you can always know what's up in your server. Here you can also restart or stop your server, and below lies the network and port status. Oh, and by the way, here is your IP address, so copy it once you're ready and send it to your friends so they can join the party. Okay, now let's jump to the very exciting part, your server settings. Now, to do so, click on Configuration on the left right here, and then proceed with ARK SA. You'll find many different settings here, including server, cluster, gameplay, multiplayer, and structure settings. Now let's begin with the server settings. Now starting off, we have the server's name. You don't have to stick with the generic one. Think of your own suitable name for you and your friends, obviously, or whoever you're going to be playing with. Now next up, you can pick the map. You can choose between the islands, scorched earth, and so on, or you can even create a custom one. So just explore it. Now, if you want to have different mods, let's look at them right over here. Basically, you must provide a list of each mod's project ID and separate them by commas. Now, the list of mods can be found by clicking on this link right over here. Pick the one you want, let's say Dear Jane, then copy the project ID and paste it in. If you want to add another one, for example, Peliori's Cryo Storage, add a comma and then type its ID number. Just don't forget to enable use mods. And by the way, the order in which you list the mods matters, so remember that, which means basically they will load in that specific sequence when the server does start up, so basically, to put it in short. Okay, now moving on, if you don't want strangers somehow creeping into your server, you can set up a password for extra security, which I do strongly recommend. You may also set a player limit to not get flooded with tons of players, or set it up as high as you want. There's really no limit here. Okay, now let's move on to the gameplay settings. Here you can control things like the game's difficulty, you can make it more difficult, or even set it to the maximum difficulty if you really want your friends to suffer, that is. And then just don't forget to enable override official difficulty for this to actually work. Next is multiplayer settings, and they let you basically customize the game's difficulty even further. For instance, you may adjust the day and night cycle scale, how fast your character gets hungry, and so on. I suggest sticking with how things are set right now, just at first, so you can basically find out what areas you actually want to adjust once you start playing the game. It's way better this way. Okay, and lastly, cluster settings are for linking multiple servers together and allowing players to travel between maps without losing any progress. So just play around here and adjust the settings to fit your needs. It's really up to you here. And now the next thing I want to discuss with you guys is actually something that many users do overlook, and it's keeping your data safe. I believe no one wants to have those annoying oh no moments when all the progress gets lost. I mean, that's simply the worst. So here's a simple guide on how to prevent that from happening. So let's get to it. So first, keep everything updated, because the regular updates give you new features and fix bugs. Now, if you're using Hostinger's game panel, you can schedule them very easily. Just go to schedule, then add new trigger. Here select set event trigger. An update is available via Steam CMD, and hit add trigger. Finally, hit add task. Then update and restart the app. Now that was a lot of buttons, but it's actually simpler than it sounds. Secondly, you can set your server to autosave regularly, so crashes really don't wipe out your game. Now go to configuration, then ARK, and server settings. Here select autosave period, and set how often you want it to save. Another very necessary step is backing up your data. For this, you must go back to the VPS dashboard and select backups and monitoring. And then scroll a bit to the auto backup settings. It's right over here. Now, as you can see, my weekly backups are enabled, so all good here, great. Now, also keep in mind, if you want to have daily backups, you can always upgrade your plan. That's also an option. But anyway, these steps should ensure that all your progress doesn't just vanish into thin air. That would be horrible, and we don't want that. So make sure to check these steps out. And one last thing, actually, you need to monitor your server to ensure it's running smoothly. Also an important thing. Think of it like regularly basically checking your car. If you don't keep an eye on it, you can end up with unexpected problems. So again, I'm going to show you. Basically, to do this, you can use Hostinger's built-in monitoring tools in the game panel right over here. Key metrics to watch are system uptime, which is how long the server has been running without interruption, and then there's CPU utilization, memory usage, and storage consumption. Once your server is live, establish a baseline of ideal performance, then compare future stats to spot any issues like high CPU usage or lag. So you can just maintain a stable and smooth running server and prevent your friends from complaining about any lags. Alright, well guys, that's a wrap for today's video, and I'm sure you and your friends are going to have an absolutely amazing time with this upgraded gaming experience. So if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to hear your thoughts and anything else you have to say. And also don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more exciting videos just like this one.